friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking a little different and we're talking about how to study for free in the US. Yeah, so in this video, I will be sharing some important tips and some stuff that is not very common to us all. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, a very important note that I would like to make here, and the biggest advice I would give to anybody who's like moving to US just to study would be to graduate or at least do a high school from their own country. And I say that because when you have graduated high school from your own country, it's just hard for the boards over here to match your GPA and the educational standards with the school that you studied back in your home country. So that usually goes in the student's favor. On the other hand, if you are someone who's like moving to US to get their high school degree, it's a little harder to like concentrate on getting a good GPA, and then the school that you're graduating from has to have like certain level of education, if that makes sense. There are basically two routes for anybody who wants to move to US to study. There's a bachelor's route and then there is a PhD route. Now I'm going to explain the bachelor's route first. So for anybody who wants to get into a bachelor program in any university over here in the US, might have to take SAT, ACT, or English language courses, which depends on the university of course, but that goes by IELTS or TOEFL. And for people who are not willing to take these exams like the SAT or ACT or TOEFL or IELTS, have the option to take the Pathway program. And I'll tell you what the Pathway program is. Let me Google. So it says, Pathway programs are preparatory courses that are designed to help international students build the skills, knowledge, and qualifications that they will need to enter a bachelor's or master's degree program. These programs generally last one academic year and they do not end with a degree. But of course, these Pathway programs come with a price, and usually getting a financial aid is not possible 90% of the time for people taking Pathway courses. Now, after the bachelor's part come the master's or the PhD part. And for master's and PhD, you usually have to take exams like GMAT or GRE. And GMAT is for stuff that is economics related, but GRE is usually for everything else. And a good idea to get into the US is to get yourself enrolled as a PhD student. You obviously get to choose your topic of research, and then you can spend 4 years in the research field of your choice doing a PhD from the university of your choice, of course. But getting a financial aid is very, very possible for a PhD student. So basically, a point that I need to make over here is that the embassy just needs to know that you're not somebody who's using student visa as an option to migrate over here in the US. So they just need to know that the stuff you're showing to them is valid, is legit, and that you're not going to like stay in the US using a student visa. Basically, you're not fooling the embassy. And there are different kinds of financial aids that are given by universities. A very popular type is grant, which is like a one-time payment that's made by the university, and that includes your accommodation and your health insurance and your rental cost and everything else. And there are basically two types of scholarship. One is merit-based and the other one is need-based. The need-based is not very much for the international students, so we're not going to look at it, of course, and that depends on the students' financial situations, of course. Merit-based scholarship is for students who have good extracurricular record, or they have good academic record. You must have like couple of volunteering experiences, or you are either very good in extracurricular activities, etc. And then you need to have a very good GPA. You should be having a very good TOEFL or IELTS score, which you will have to check the university's requirement about the marks that they require. Of course, you should have a good extracurricular academic background. You would need to show your volunteering experience or the extracurricular awards that you might have won. And then you need to have good GMAT or GRE scores if you're master's or PhD student, or that's what you're applying for, and then a good motivation letter from your university. These were a few important tips that I think students who want to move to US must know. And if this video provided you any value, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also you can DM me on Instagram, that's @mednerdycram, and I will see you guys again next time in the next video. Peace.